Good morning, good morning. Sawadee Cup, everybody. As you can see, good morning, Tony. As you can see, this morning, Starbucks is a little busy, and it's because they're having some, Christmas bags become available or something like that. Christmas cooling bag set. I got no idea what it is. Good morning, Jared. Good morning, everybody. Sawadee Cup. I have no idea what the big attraction is, but I walked in here and there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's got to be 15 people in here right now, and the majority of them were standing in line for this bag, these sets. That fortunately, here at Starbucks, they took good care of me. They knew I wasn't in the line, but for Gennaro and for those who are interested, there are, I don't even know how many people working in their staff today. You got 3, 4, you got Tian, you got beer, the male beer, you got, who's that other guy, Ken, and then you got 6 people working. Normally they only have 1 or 2, so today they must have known it's going to be a busy day, but usually Monday is not a busy day here. I'll show you guys again. And you got a couple people to the right of me, so maybe this is a sign things are picking up. But next stop is Pattaya for me, and that'll be tomorrow. I can't believe how. I mean, I was standing there in line, and there was like 3 ladies, and they were going nuts over this part of this set, and they go crazy here for Starbucks. And when they have the 2-for-1 sales, which they haven't had any that I can remember during COVID, during the pandemic. But generally, the line is all the way out the door and back past Burger King, past the, 31 flavors, and almost to the, it's not Oishi, but I forget the name of the place. The buffet place for Japanese food. It's all the way into the middle of the mall. That's how busy it is when they have a special, because I guess people just love Starbucks here. I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. Today on the way over here, I saw something and I just thought, wow, you would never see this. Well, I don't know about now, but you would probably never see it in America, and that's if it's before 9 o'clock, generally the taxi drivers, the moto drivers, they know that they can come in through the exit of the mall. And this is not only just here, but numerous other places. They would, the motorcycles, just to save a little time, they'll come in through the exit. And you know, once things pick up, it's too busy to do that. But there's a police officer standing right there in the exit, and my driver and a couple other drivers just drove right by. No problem. The cop he's not going to go, hey, wait, where are you going? Why are you going this way? It's just like driving on the sidewalk in many places. The moto drivers still get away with it, and there could be a cop standing there, and they'll just let them go right by. Unless something happens, they're not going to do anything. So, but anyway, right now the Thai baht, 33.34, or the dollar is 33.34 for the Thai baht. And it's quite humid right now. It's 90% humidity, 81 degrees, high of 92, low of 74. Oh, they are just going nuts over this thing. They've got their little Christmas mugs. They've got these little sparkly mugs. They've got all kinds of these things. And I don't know. It just doesn't excite me all that much, which is why I don't even use my card anymore. I used to be a gold member here. You know, every time you come in, you check in and they scan your card or they use your phone. And you get points and you get free stuff and you get discounts. Now I don't even bother with it anymore. I don't even care. It's, you know, it's like, oh, I get to carry one of your cups with your brand on it. You know, it's just not that thrilling to me. Before I go on, please do me a favor. Leave a thumbs up for this stream, for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. Thank you for all those people who have subscribed and who continually watch and leave a thumbs up. Round 2 of the raft naming is a tie between Maipan Rai and Daddy Bear, with Sabai Sabai coming in at number 3, closely at 23%. Maipan Rai and Daddy Bear are tied at 24%. And then Chowderhead is 46% in the first go-round. So it looks like so far that's the perennial favorite. Today, of course, is a big day because now restaurants can sell alcohol here. And the only caveat is that, excuse me, these restaurants have to be SHA approved. They have to be approved for by the Safety and Health Administration. And a lot of these places are not approved. You know, the smaller places, they're not approved. They don't really care. And so this is something that has not gone unnoticed here. There are some complaints about this, but you know, it's a step in the right direction. Thailand has high hopes for reopening day, which is today. And I'm a little bit unclear of if I was to go out, seeing that I'm a resident here, and I'm going out for less than 21 days, I should be able to come back and not have to do any quarantine, not be tested, nothing. But let me read this here. Several thousand travelers are expected to touch down in Bangkok and the holiday island of Phuket today as Thailand reboots its tourism industry after 18 months of COVID curbs. This is from BangkokJack.com. The coronavirus pandemic hammered the kingdom's tourism-reliant economy, which last year saw its worst performance since the 1997 Asian financial crisis, with arrivals down more than 80%. Let's see here. There are now 63 low-risk countries that can skip the hotel quarantine. That is, aside from the one-day quarantine that's required to be able to get the test results. Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport and Phuket's International Terminal will be the first to receive visitors under relaxation, with the rest of the country following suit. The most important thing that the government and I are thinking right now is to make people's livelihoods return to normal, Premier Prayut Chan-o-cha said Friday. Now, if they really want to do that, I don't understand if they really want to do that. Why aren't they opening some of the bars and some of the pubs and some of the entertainment venues? Because these places employ large numbers of people. They draw large crowds. And you're allowed to, what I don't get is you're allowed to do things like you can have all kinds of people sitting next to each other in a Starbucks, but when you go into a bar, you're not allowed to sit next to each other because they're not going to be open. And even if they did open, you're not going to be able to sit next to each other. So what's the point of doing that in other areas? What's the point? Why not just say, okay, you can be open, but 50% capacity? That way they get some money coming in, they can stay open, instead of having all these places shutting down. And you know, I've been to Pattaya about 3 times in the last 18 months. 2 or 3 times, maybe in a year. I don't know. It's been, I've gone a couple of times. At least 2 times in the last year. And it'll be interesting to see just how things have changed since then. Madness. Anyway, tomorrow Longhorns and I will be going to Pattaya and meeting up with quite a few people, or at least several people, a handful of people, depends. We'll be around, so if there's anybody who wants to meet up, let us know, get in touch with us. You can always get in touch with me through my email address, americaninbangkok@gmail.com. Gennaro, how you doing? What's happening? Yeah, there are 3 girls working here now. Maybe it's only for today or for the next couple of days, I don't know. Don't know who they are, never saw them before, but I believe it's because they need the help right now. The only one who you would know would be Tian and the manager. Thumbs up Bangkok, thumbs up Thailand. Now, as I said several times already, we're going to be there. However, it doesn't mean that the bars are going to be open and we're going to be able to just hang out and go into places. Not that I really care, but as I understand, it's not a problem if you want to have a drink somewhere. You will, well, there's a will, there's a way. So I may have a going away beer with Mr. Longhorns, who will be leaving later this month. And maybe one of many going away beers, I don't know. We'll see. What's going on in LA there, Gennaro? All right, let me go on in this article here. Tourism accounts for nearly 1/5 of the economy, and the impact of the pandemic has reverberated across various sectors, from restaurants to transportation. But authorities expect 10 to 15 million visitors to return next year, with revenues forecast to surpass $30 billion. Well, at least you're working, you know? You're able to work. Here's what I like. In 2023, we believe the revenues will be close with the figure of the year 2019, Tourism Minister Pipat Ratchakitpakan said. So they believe that they're going to have the same revenue as 2019. That's optimistic. Industry insiders are less optimistic, however, especially with regional giant China, the source of the lion's share of tourists, still requiring returnees to undergo a strict quarantine program. Thailand is still registering about 10,000 COVID infections a day, while only about 40% of the population have received 2 doses of the vaccine. In Bangkok, the double dose vaccination rate is higher at close to 80%. My son Nicholas went and got his second shot yesterday. So that's a good thing. And I don't think Alex has got his second shot yet. But, things are moving along here. It says here, cannot be the same. Pre-pandemic, Thailand saw nearly 40 million visitors arrive annually to stroll its sandy beaches, sample street food, and enjoy its infamous nightlife. But it drew just 58,685 visitors in 4 months. And remember, their forecast was 159,000. So they were well short. A drop in the ocean compared to the numbers Thailand has come to expect. Beachside vendors in Phuket were itching for a higher influx on the evening of the reopening. Dit, 18, who works at his uncle's Sun Lounge and Juice Bar on Kamala Beach, said their income was about $150 a day before the pandemic. They reopened 3 weeks ago, and it's now generating about $30 a day. And that's what I've heard. It's from a lot of people. Some taxi drivers are doing really well. Some are not doing as well. But most of the people that I've talked to, they said they're down to about 20% of their former numbers. What else do we have going on here? I mean, this is relatively big news, but in Chonburi, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. They're not selling it at the restaurants. I should clarify that. You can drink alcohol. You got to drink it at home. The governor of Chonburi released the latest updates on COVID-19 restrictions and what's allowed for the province, with no new good news about alcohol and nightlife. Pattaya recently complained that while other tourist hotspots that attracted many tourists with their nightlife were permitted to start selling alcohol, at least in restaurants, Pattaya was left off the list. Yeah, I don't get that. On the bright side, curfew has been lifted in time for Halloween tonight. Well, that would have been yesterday. So it's already done and gone. Yeah, I don't understand what the reasoning behind this is, what the logic is. It's the illogical logic. Still, look at this. And I'm not sitting in my usual spot. I'm in the corner here, as opposed to over there. I came in, I was a little surprised. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Somebody's got my spot here. And all she's doing is setting her stuff there. I mean, whatever. It just usually there's nobody in here. We are going to go see a few people. We're going to see Pattaya Bob. I believe we're going to see Carlos. We may see a couple of other people. John and Jamie, perhaps. I need to contact them. and I'm not sure who else, but other than going and seeing people, hanging out, having lunch, dinner, coffee, I don't really know what else there is going to be to do. Maybe at night we can go to some restaurants and have coffee cups full of a liquid. Other than that, I don't really know. Maybe go to Thailand. I'm not sure. Take a little drive around. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Like always, we're playing it by ear. All right. Slowly but surely, they're filing out. I saw a couple, of the girls when I walked in, and I went, is that, there used to be a girl that worked here. I was like, is that her? No, it's not her. It's new people. New to here. Anyway, all right, let's see what else we got here. There's 63 countries now, not just 47. What is this? Fears for travelers trying to access Thailand in the interim. Oh, people are worried about while they're traveling, are things going to change? Could they be effectively locked out of the country or locked in? Goal is to live with COVID as an endemic disease, as Dr. Yong urges everyone to get their vaccinations. Yeah, there's not all that much going on. I mean, like I said, the protests have been dying out. They're not as crazy as they have been. And there's just not that much going on right now. Everything's the same, but different. Let's see what else we got here. Fears for travelers trying to access Thailand in the interim period as Thailand Pass launch nears go. Oh, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to look at the Thailand Pass website. I knew there was something I forgot to do. They don't all pay monthly, Daniel. Some places do. Some of them pay twice a month. Some pay weekly. But most of them pay monthly and bi-monthly on the 15th and either the 31st or the 1st and the 15th. But all right. What is this? Is this it? The Thailand Easy Pass? Oh, by the way, the thing is open now. The site is supposedly open, but they're not accepting until tomorrow. Oh, this is the Easy Pass. Oh, this is the expressway one. It's thailandpass.go.th, I think. Here we go. Ugh. Let me see something here. No, this site doesn't work. Oh man, hang on. This site can't be reached. So let's see if this is the right, if that's indeed the right site. Thailand. Yes. Now I did see something. It says right here, Thailand Pass, website launching, accepted from November 2nd. Okay. Replacement of the ministry announced the tpconsular.go.th. So maybe the other one is not right. Because this one, all right, there's an announcement. Thailand. This is Thailand. Announcement, Thailand Pass will be open for registration for electronic entry certification. Okay, from 9 o'clock on. All right, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. From 9 a.m. on November 1st, travelers should register for the Thailand Pass QR code at least 7 days before the departure date. For those who have received a certificate of entry into Thailand and will enter Thailand from November 1 to 2021, you can use the original COE to enter. Blah, 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 blah. It's basically, they put the same thing twice. They got the exact same thing. They put the website up with this paragraph, and the exact same paragraph is they duplicated it for some reason, which is completely unnecessary. But okay, at least the site is here. So we'll see in another 15 minutes if it works. It'd be interesting to see if the thing gets bombarded by people who want to come, you know. Thailand could be so lucky. All right, here's a Thailand Pass COE replacement. All right, so I had to put this up for you guys so you can see. That is the site where you're supposed to go to apply for your pass. But here is another. Click for Thailand Pass services starting at 2,750 baht. I'm going to put this other link up as well. I'm paid weekly here, Andy. Yeah, my wife is paid twice a month. All right, so that's a very good page, this asq.in.th/Thailand Pass that I just put up the last link. It's a good page because it tells you what's required. And it also says exemption from quarantine, and then it says accommodation requirements, 1 night reservation at SHA Plus or AQ hotel. Payment confirmation required. Medical insurance with minimum coverage for everybody, whether you're vaccinated or not. As if you're a foreigner, you need to have $50,000 of. If you're a Westerner, you need to have $50,000 in insurance coverage. Yeah, that's a great page right there. If you're looking to come here, hello, Gennaro. Hello, Gennaro. Hello, Andy. Hello, Newman. Boy, they just are packing them in today. Promotion. Oh, for Christmas.
Yes, for Christmas. คุณสกอต
ไม่เป็นไร
Happy New Year วันนี้จะเสียงดังนิดนึงนะครับคุณสกอตวันแรกลูกค้าจะมา
ใช่ He did say, well, there's going to be a lot of people because today is the first day when things have changed, you know. But he also said, yeah, there's a promotion for Christmas, which, I mean, it's almost 2 months away. And they don't even, it's almost 2 months away and they don't even really practice Christmas here. You know, it's a commercial holiday. It's not a religious holiday, which is interesting. This is a long, drawn-out process for these people for some reason. They got to show their points. They got to pick out their package. They got to... Hello, Dowlo. Hello, Daniel. I just like saying it now. I fell asleep last night watching Seinfeld. One of the funniest episodes, and I made my wife watch it with me, and she couldn't stop laughing, was the one where Kramer accidentally got the license plate where he was known as the Ass Man. He's driving around on this piece of shit with a license plate that says Ass Man, and then he acted like he was a proctologist when he tried to park. Oh my God. God, that was funny. Hello, Thailand. Hello. Hello, world. I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says "Hello, Newman." Hello, Chowderheads. Hey, that's a good name for the boat, huh? Whatever that boat may be. It might be a little tiny thing. I don't know. Depends. Depends on if someone wants to go with me. I could see it on there on the front though. Hello, Chowderheads. Hello, Chowderheads. Anyway, let me see what else it says here. It's all the same shit. You know, it's different, worded differently. George, yeah, the Frogger arcade game across the road. That was funny. That was a good one. I like the one with the Ass Man because that was the one where David Putty, Elaine's boyfriend, stole the move, supposedly from Jerry, his sexual move. And then George tried it and his girl was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Daniel, why would you say that in my stream? Don't you think that's a little insulting? I mean, really. It's like fucking somebody from Burger King going in with all their Burger King burgers to McDonald's and sitting down there and eating all of them. I'm glad you like his channel, but like, why would you say that? It's just fucking. Oh my god. Carlos, it's not contribution, okay? It's insulting. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best channel, and you have to acknowledge that, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying have a little respect. Yeah, then she chucked him out of the bed. Daniel, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. And you need to wise up, really, because it's so disrespectful. It's like me coming into Starbucks with a Sarni's coffee mug and drinking their coffee. It's just disrespectful to the establishment. All right, so get it right, man. Don't do that shit. We'll be there tomorrow, yes. We will be there tomorrow. We're not sure yet what time. In fact, that's one of the things I have to do is just find out what time we're going to leave. And, I mean, really, Daniel, that's a pet peeve of mine, man. It's like, why don't you just call out every other freaking website on YouTube or every other channel on YouTube and draw people like, you know, hey, let's talk about all the great, if I want to talk about all the great sites on YouTube, believe me, there's not very many in the Thai genre that I'm going to call out as being great website or great channels, including myself. I mean, truly great channels. What I like was when George's girl said, "You got crib notes? You used crib notes?" So it's not the SATs. Oh my God. Hello, Carlos. God, man. What was the other one? There's like 2 more episodes. It's like episode 22. Yeah, it's a complicated move. That's right. Let me see something here. Crazy Joe Davola. That's good. That's right. It wasn't the diplomat. Was it the face painter? No, that's not it. Which one was it? Was it 23? Maybe that's what it was. The limo, nah, I didn't like that one all that much. The Summer of George, that was pretty good. Oh, that would... The sea was angry that day, my friends. Ah, yes, the sea was angry. Oh, man. This fucking guy, you know? Can't complain, won't do no good. That's the one. Poppy peed on my new sofa. That's the one. Thank you. Oh my God, that was the funniest one. Because the thing is in a couple of episodes before that, they had went into Poppy's store, and what was he doing? Oh, he went to the bathroom, and I think I don't know if he was taking a piss or a shit, but he went into the bathroom, and he didn't wash his hands, and then he went out and he started kneading the dough on the pizza. And Jerry was like, now it's starting to calm down a little bit. And what's funny is Kramer took the sofa and he just flipped it. He flipped the cushion over and he Fucking disgusting. Oh my God. I can't get enough of that show. It's funny. The first season was a little slow. The Master of My Domain, yeah, that was a great one. I don't know how they came up with that one. Can you imagine? They're like, all right, so who jerked off today? Hey, we should do an episode about jerking off. The Master of My Domain. There's shrinkage. Remember the one where George went away for the weekend with Jerry and I think Jerry was with some other girl. And George had not slept with the girl yet or whatever. And he goes into the swimming pool and when he goes into change, and you know he's all wet, and I'm sure as guys we know what this is like. You're all wet. There is a bit of shrinkage, and he is changing, and the girl that he's with, her girlfriend, sees him. She opens the door up and sees him standing there without his pants on, and she sees his little wiener. And then she tells the girl that George is with, and then that was it. She wanted to leave. She didn't want to stay the weekend with him. Oh God. Yeah, it's on Netflix. That's where I have it on disc, but I have it on Netflix, which is great. Like a frightened turtle. So you're a Seinfeld connoisseur. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Yeah, there's really not much new news. A lot of the things, they're just ongoing. It's the same old stuff. Thailand opens its doors to vaccinated travelers with new regulations in place. Same. Travelers are scared. Well, I gotta say, my favorite show is Sopranos, bar none. But comedy, it would be Seinfeld. I used to like Entourage too, because I could relate. When I was working in boxing, it reminded me of Entourage. Let's see here. Oh, now something to consider. Shit, I didn't think about this. I think it's just commercial trucks. But Thailand is facing a nationwide truck driver strike. Thousands of trucks in Thailand are gearing up for a nationwide strike today to pressure the government into meeting their demand for the price of diesel to be capped at 25 baht a liter. Yeah, that was a good one too. Kramer had to be one of the funniest characters ever. Apparently, about 20% of the cargo trucks affiliated with the Land Transportation Federation of Thailand will stop operations and park at their truck depots, but not on the roadsides, to avoid causing inconveniences to other motorists. He said that if their demand is not met by the government, the Federation may resort to increasing transportation charges, which will affect business operators, traders, and consumers who are at the receiving end of any increase in the price of consumer products. This brings me to another point. I wanted to talk about this, and I've been thinking about it for a while. Yeah, I checked out. I know Breaking Bad is good, but and it's up there, but I just don't think it's as good as Sopranos and Seinfeld. But one of the things that I was going to talk about is, I got a message I got a letter. Actually, it was a message. It was a comment. Okay? And Friends. Friends is like the PC version of a show that could have been so much better. I mean, I just Friends. It's way too laugh here. Get ready to laugh, folks. This is where you're supposed to laugh. Cue the laugh track. That kind of thing. All right, let me get this comment up. Oh, that was a long time ago, yeah. I liked that one. I liked LA Law. I really did like LA Law a lot. But, I haven't watched it in years and years. I don't know how it would hold up. But the whole PC movement and everything that's gone on in the past, 10 years, a lot of these older shows would not have been allowed. Look at this. They would not have been allowed to take place. They wouldn't be allowed on the air now, So she's coming into Starbucks to get rid of stuff and try to sell stuff here. This is where it's a bit much. She's bugging this lady. May out cup. They didn't catch that. If the manager had seen her, he would have thrown her out right away. She's just trying to make a living, but I mean, well, that's what he would have said. He would have just been like, "You need to go." That's what he would have told her, because he knows she's over here with this lady who's bought all. Look at all the stuff this lady's. She's got all these bags of stuff. She's bought all this stuff. And then you got this lady who comes in here is like going, can you buy this? I want you to buy this. And the lady's going, no, thank you, no, thank you. She said it like, if you say it once, that means no. If you say it twice, that means, what did I say? I said no. And then after that, it's get the fuck away from me. Bored to her, I don't understand what that means. She's a hoarder. Which one? The one with all the stuff from Starbucks or the one who came in? Many British shows have had episodes taken off iPlayer. No, they're not. They're not. They're not allowed. They're not allowed in. You're not allowed to be coming in here. Definitely not. Are you being served? You've been served. I used to like a guy, Phil. If you're in the UK, you may remember him. His name was Les Patterson, and I first saw him when I went on my first trip to the UK. And my God, that guy was he was so hilarious. I saw him in a movie where he was like giving a speech and he farted and he was lighting his cigarette or something or a cigar and he farted and Benny Hill was another good one, yeah. Well, the Faulty Towers. Yeah, All in the Family, come on. I've seen, you know what was another good one, and I sometimes do this just to mess with my wife or with the kids. Remember with Sanford and Son, where Fred Sanford would say, Elizabeth, oh, it's the big one. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. Yeah, Dame Edna, yeah. I didn't know that until afterwards, but man, I just couldn't stop laughing. And you don't hear much at all about him in the United States, which, you know, seems strange. There's your one and only Gennaro. Yeah, Benny Hill was a funny one. Isn't he dead now? He's dead, right? He's been dead for a while. I like their music, except that they play the same thing. They play this cassette every single day, so it gets a little bit old. All right, now this place is, hear how quiet it is now? Those guys were good, man. Those characters were great. Dame Edna had the snooty. The world is too sensitive in these times. Yes, indeed it is. Bernard Manning was one of the best UK comedians. What was that guy's name? He was a comedian and he never made it because he got canceled, and this is years ago. He got canceled and people, they wouldn't listen to him anymore. I forget the name of the guy, and he's definitely not known in the States or by most people in the West, but he was well known in, I think, the UK. I'm trying to think of what the guy's name was, but let me get to this message here. I've got to address this because I did a video a long time ago. It was called Living in Thailand, What is the Cost to Live a Comfortable Lifestyle? And I'm going to put that, oh shit, that's the wrong one. How do I get this? Go woke or grow broke. Exactly. All right, this is the video. Now, this video was like 8 years ago. I don't know, let me see. Was that right? Ah, shit. Yeah. Actually, that video was June, July, August, September, October. Almost 8.5 years ago. And the person who left this message, he writes, and I think back then I said you need, I don't know because I don't remember the thing, I said you need at least like $1,200 a month. That was 8 years ago. $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and you better be smart with your money. Now, this particular guy, he lives in Pattaya, and last I heard he had a girlfriend who he was helping financially. But he says I recommend at least $2,500 USD a month. I know many who live on less, but they do not have much wiggle room. Now, I can tell you that, first of all, I said to the guy, I don't think it's a good idea to move straight, and I've done this many times, and I've told people this. The first place you move is not Pattaya, in my opinion, unless you really know Thailand. If you've been here many times and you really know it, that's a bit different. If you don't speak the language, fucking A, don't hook up with any chick. In the first year or so, keep it. I mean, listen, I'm not saying don't have your fun, if you know what I mean. I don't need to get graphic. You know, have your fun, but make it clear. You know, hey, honey, I like you, but right now I just need to take some time to get used to Thailand, and, you know, I appreciate you being around, blah, blah, blah. But don't say, okay, baby, you can move in with me. Oh, baby, I'll take care of you. Oh, baby, we're going to get married. None of that shit. Don't do it. Don't move to Pattaya. I know several guys who the first thing they did was move there. And this guy's one of them. And he has bitched the whole time that he has been living there. He has complained about it, and the Thai government and this. And while I understand complaining about some of the changes and things like that, okay, I agree. The attitude towards foreigners seemingly is not conducive to people saying, wow, I get treated fantastic in Thailand. In some ways, I can see where people would say, no, you know, things could be a little better. They could make things a little easier and a little better for us. Okay, I understand that. But to say that you need, really, this is 83,000 baht, 82,000, 83,000 baht a month. Now, he's an older guy. I'm going to say he may have some expensive insurance. Let's say his insurance is 20,000 a month, which there's no way in hell. I'm gonna say his insurance is 12,000 a month. He's giving his girl 15. That's 27. There's 83,000. That leaves 56,000. Even if he's living in a 20,000 a month apartment or condo or whatever, that leaves 36,000 baht. Now, to eat in Pattaya, you don't have to eat only Thai food. You don't have to eat only street food. There are places to go where it is relatively inexpensive. I would say even eating out and just being a little smart with your money. If you spent 16,000 baht a month on food, you can eat pretty good. If you're smart, there are places 100 baht for breakfast, 150 baht for breakfast. You know, you buy a little bit of groceries, you make your own food and that kind of thing. Good morning, my 2 baht. Isn't Pattaya the most tourist friendly? Why would you not move there first? Yeah, that's a good question, Gennaro. If you're somebody who doesn't know much about Thailand and you come over here and you've taken one trip and you, oh my God, I gotta move to Thailand. Why are you going to go to Pattaya? Okay, there's one exception. If you've got the money and you want to go and you want to, like, not now, obviously, because they're closed, but you want to go to the bars, you want to hang out in the bars, you want that lifestyle. Okay, I understand it. You go to the bars, you know, you're taking a girl every other night, something like that, and you're paying for it, and that's all you want. You don't want no ties, you don't want no relationships, you don't want nothing. But this particular guy, I know that he has carried on a relationship, at least with one woman, maybe 2, if I'm correct. So if you're in a relationship, which first of all, I don't believe he speaks any Thai, or very little. Why do you want to get involved when you go there? If you're going to get involved, wouldn't you get involved with someone who, like, you could carry on a conversation with, and they understand you and you understand them, and they know a little bit about the world, and You know, you have something in common. Yeah, that's the thing. Do you just want to be the guy who's sitting on a bar stool, the same bar stool every day? You go there every afternoon. Maybe you go to the gym in the morning. You know, you have a breakfast and you go in the afternoon and you sit on a bar stool and you know play grab ass with the girls, and then once in a while you take one or you get your special one from the bar. I guess, you know, okay, to each his own. For whatever reason, if that's what you want to do it, great. But don't say that you don't have enough money if you got over 80,000 baht a month and you're strictly speaking, you are a single guy. With that much money, there's no reason you can't live very comfortably. I don't care if your insurance is 12,000, 15,000 baht a month. No reason at all. I kind of get tired of ordering stuff from Grab or any of these other services, you know, really. Nothing worse than watching guys sitting with their girl and not saying a word to another in the place to eat. I mean, you know, as long as you're happy, then that's all that's important. What I say is not really that important. I think Pattaya is great for 2-week millionaires, but you can't be going to bars and living like you're on a holiday every night if you live in a place, because you'll die within 5 years. Well, I guess it depends on how much you drink. You know, are you the kind of guy? I mean, I used to know guys who would go out in the afternoon, they'd go to a pub and have lunch, and then maybe they would study Thai in the afternoon, and in the evening they would go out, they'd have a beer or two, and once in a while they get smashed or they grab a girl or something like that. Okay, I understand that. I don't particularly understand the whole, you know, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a drinker like that, to where I want to drink every single day and hang out and just drink as much beer and get shit-faced every day. That's not what I want to do. But that's not necessarily the case for everyone else. But the point is, either there's something that's not being revealed when somebody makes a comment like this, or you just don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, and you certainly don't know Thailand. Because if you've got, I mean, let's just say that it works out to 85,000. You got 85,000 baht a month and you can't live in Pattaya? What are you living in, a 50,000 baht a month apartment? I mean, if you are, you shouldn't be. Live within your means. You know, now the insurance and maybe, you know, I don't get it. I don't see it, you know, because you can't really justify it to me. I mean, I've often said that the amount of money that's spent in my family for food is probably one of the biggest expenses. I mean, you know, when I go home, it's like my wife wants something to eat, we got food. She wants to make something, we have food. We always have food in the freezer. That's the thing, the cupboards are all full. You know, our pockets might not be flush with cash, but the cupboards are full, the bills are paid. And, you know, a lot of the time we just get something from in the area. If you want to eat some Thai food, there's places in Pattaya that you can go. I mean, you can go to the food court and eat Thai food, and it's relatively inexpensive, $2. And, you know, go to the Hungry Hippo for breakfast. I don't understand how you can not get by on that. And you know, the thing is I hope, and I don't mean to slam him. I'm not trying to slam him, but I am trying to say something doesn't add up. If you're going out and you're spending, you know, 2,000 baht a night, okay, now I understand. You know, let's say you do that 5 days out of the week. Right, you're pissing away almost half your money on going out. One of the reasons that I stopped drinking a long time ago in Thailand was just because, first of all, it wasn't as fun, but second of all, because I started looking at the freaking bar tabs I had. And I'm going, Jesus Christ, you know, a drink for this girl over here, a couple of drinks for me. You know, bar fine here, bar fine there. Here a girl, there a girl. That kind of thing. And the next thing you know, you're like, Jesus Christ, I spent $150 tonight. You know, or I spent $100, or even, you know, every day you're spending $30 just sitting there having a couple of drinks. And I thought, what a waste, you know. And I didn't even like it that much most of the time. I mean, sometimes, you know, you get your groove on, you're having a great time, you're out with your buddies, you know. You got a couple of women around or whatever, and it's, you know, good time Charlie lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, you know, there are places in Bangkok where you could go. I mean, I will say there are places in Bangkok and there are places in Pattaya where you can go through money very, very quickly. Go to a G club and you'll piss away 15,000, 30,000, 100,000 baht like it's nothing. The food court, a decent meal for 45 baht. Baht buster breakfast around 100 baht if you want it. Rents are cheap. I just couldn't hack it for more than a few days at a time. Yeah, I mean, to me, there are better beach towns. You know. But, you know, if you're giving away, you know, 1,000 baht a day to some chick, and you think that's okay, then don't complain about not having enough money. You know. I often talk about, one of my friends was married, and, you know, he loves his wife, but he, you know, it's the old story, I love my wife, but I can't necessarily live with her. And he took care of her for a number of years, and it took up a chunk of his money. And fortunately, he started earning more money, but he did cut back a little bit, and, you know, he lives within his means, and he has a really good lifestyle for about 70,000 a month. And that's before they take, well, they're not taking, yeah, okay. So, I mean, fuck all for taxes they were taking out, but, you know, he was making 65, 70,000 a month, and he lived just fine. But he was not, and what he would do is he would go out and he'd buy you know, a bottle of Sang Som or something like that. He'd come home, you know, when he was at work. Now he works from home, but he would pour himself a drink, have a drink or two, make his meal, go to bed, you know. He wasn't running around going to all the clubs and stuff like that. And if he did, he has the money to do it because he's not pissing away his money. Yeah, I mean, look, once in a while, you know, obviously I'll have a drink now and again, but not very often. If you're paying one woman X amount of baht a day to stay with you, why are you in Pattaya anyway when there's a billion bar girls on every corner? Seems a bit pointless. Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is that apparently, if I remember correctly, she worked in a bank and was making like 15,000, and she needed some help, and he was giving her like 15,000 or something like that. But if you have that many problems with the money, then you can't afford to give it to her. You got to tell her, I don't have the money. So either, you know, stop giving it to her and see if she'll stick around, or, you know, keep giving it to her and then, you know, don't bitch about your money. Come up with the money some other way. Remember, when your trip is over, you need another PCR test to depart from Thailand, and if you pop positive, who are you talking about? You. You're talking about people in general? Tio stay 14 days in Pure. What? I don't know what you're saying. You're not making sense. Write in proper English, so I have no problem understanding you, please. Not what is Tio? I don't understand that. And then you got if you. Why don't you write out the word you? Come on, Timmy dog. Come on, dog. Hello, dog. You do have to test before you come into Thailand and once you land in Thailand. You don't have to test when you leave Thailand unless you're coming back. And if you're coming back, that's only if it's over 21 days. If you're under 21 days and you're a resident here, you don't have to. And what is this to stay in POW? If you're vaccinated, you don't have to stay in any quarantine, except for the one day when you're waiting for the result, which, depending on the timing, you might not even have to spend the night. I think deep down, we all believe Thailand is worth coming back to, in spite of all the changing restrictions and hassles, because otherwise we wouldn't spend all this time talking about it. Well, I have to agree with you. You know, there's part of me that I'm like, I want to see the government wake up and try to be better towards foreigners. But then there's also part of me that goes, you don't want to be too good to the foreigners, because then you get things happening like what's happening in the United States. And, you know, you don't want everybody being able to come into this country, because then you overload the place with people, and first of all, it loses some of its Thainess, which it's already done. You know, you probably need to test in your home country on return. Maybe. Well, it depends on what country it is. I don't believe that's the case in the United States. Maybe in Oz or the UK. I don't remember, to be completely honest. The Thai government will never wake up. Coming back to Oz from Thailand, we need a test 72 hours to get back. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, so then what is the point of being vaccinated? Well, you're vaccinated. We know you're not going to die, but you might give it to somebody who will die. Well, then why don't they get vaccinated? You know, it's the whole. It's like getting painted into a corner. Well, if I step this way, I'm in deep shit because I'm going to step on the paint. If I step that way, I can't step that way. You know, it's like you're shackled by their regulations. I got a letter. Nobody sends me letters anymore. They think I'm too much of a dick. They think I'm going to berate them or something. Listen, you know, I got to tell a story. There was a guy that I helped out a while ago. He was a nice guy, young guy, pretty fit. You know, told me he had some model girlfriend before and that, you know, it just didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. That he would come to Thailand, he had met a bunch of Thai girls, and it was easy to sleep with them. Which, okay, I can understand. You know, a lot of them, they want to have their fun too. You know, we're not living in the dark ages. Chicks like to get laid just like men. But he was complaining because he wasn't getting quality. He wasn't getting quality women. And I said, well, maybe, you know, you might want to think about the women that you're pulling. Maybe it's you're attracting the wrong kind. Maybe you need to figure out what's different. I said, maybe you need to stop going out for a while, and so you can figure it all out. And he goes, yeah, but you know, what am I supposed to do? I said, jerk off. Take care of things yourself. So you go out and you're like, honey, no, you know, I don't know about us. Be the guy who just says no. You want him to want you even more. Want him to want you even more? Tell him no, once. Say no. I don't. I'm not sure. I got things. I'm not ready for it right now. Tonight's not a good night. Blah blah. I got a headache. And yeah, but I'm a man. I got my needs. I said, jerk off. Take care of yourself. If you need it that bad, take care of yourself. And he got mad. I said, what are you getting mad about? You get mad because you can't find a decent chick. Nobody said that you're gonna. Or you have your fun with them, but don't get involved. And so what if they're calling you up? Get 2 lines. Get 2 phones. What do you think these girls have two lines for? Two phones for? What do you think that girls here, and I don't know about the United States, but I'm going to assume they do there too. Why do you think they carry around 2 phones? They got the one phone for their friends and family and maybe their special guy, and they got the other phone for the guys that, I'm not sure about, and they can just ghost them. They turn the phone off. I know this because I did this when I first came here. When I first got a phone, I just turned the phone off. And then, they call and call and call, or they leave you messages, and you're like, well, I don't think you're right. I think you're wrong. What you need is a test before you depart your home country to come to Thailand. But you can depart Thailand and you don't need a test unless your country needs that test result that says you're okay. Yeah, they have the phones with dual SIMs. Those are a little trickier, in my opinion. I had one of those. And, I just like the fact that you could have a phone and you turned it off. You put one phone in the left pocket, one phone in the right pocket. You knew if a girl goes, let me call you right now and see if your phone works. You go, oh, just a second. You pull out your phone, make sure it's on. You go, oh, yeah, here you go. Well, I'm looking at the page right now, and it doesn't say anything about that, Timmy dog. I don't know. If you're right, I don't know. But I'm looking at the all the requirements. Yeah, and it says nothing about that. Nothing at all. I mean, I'll put the link up again. Go down a little ways, and there's a whole chart that tells you everything. And it's my understanding from looking at this chart that you don't need one just to leave Thailand. Now, what does it say here? It says no quarantine, must wait. Eligible countries must reside in the eligible countries for at least 21 days, except for those who have just traveled out from Thailand. So, if you are in Thailand, you reside in Thailand, and you leave the country, you are not required for any. Yet this departure from your home country, not from Thailand. And you need to test when you land. Oh, fuck. It says nothing about that. All right? You show me the rule that says that. I want to see it. I'll be surprised if it's true. It depends on your home country. It has nothing to do with Thailand requiring you to have a test before you depart. If I'm getting ready to leave in 3 days and I need to test today to go to America, Well, if America doesn't require that test result, then I don't have to take it. Thailand is not going to make me. Do what you want to do, okay? You want to go get a test, go ahead, get tested, all right? Oh yeah, shit, I forgot all about that. Let's take a look at her. Here we go, it's open. Non-ties. English language. Exemption from quarantine, test and go. Travel from a port of departure in eligible country, territory, and have stayed in eligible countries at least 21 consecutive days. So if you are out, if you are in one of those, let's say that you're just coming from the United States or Australia or wherever, you've been there for a year because you haven't been able to travel, whatever the reason. You just come into Thailand with your first test result issued within 72 hours. No, I'm not looking at departure. There is no thing for departure. The only departure is from your home country. Jesus Christ, man. Show me where it says that, because nowhere does it say that. I'm looking at three different pages here. Documents. Obtain a negative COVID-19 issued without 72 hours before traveling. That is to Thailand. It is not out of Thailand. I don't know where you're getting your information from. You don't need to test when you leave Thailand. Period. Yeah, really, dude. I mean, you won't show the facts. I've already posted a couple of pages that show the information. Jesus fucking Christ. When you depart, you don't need anything. That's why they don't say anything about it. If you need to do that when you depart, they will tell you this. Show me a page that tells you this. That this is required. Please show me one page that says when you leave Thailand, you are required to test before departing Thailand. Can you show me that? Because if you can, then I'll believe you. Otherwise, really, you're killing everybody's buzz here, because I don't believe you're correct. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised because, yeah, I'm surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Let me see this page, though. They're okay, so I will be subject to entry screening measures, respiratory systems, temperature measurement. I will directly travel from my port of arrival to reserved accommodation. Okay, let's read this. I will be responsible for all relevant costs associated with COVID-19 diagnostic tests by RT-PCR technique. I shall undertake the first test upon my arrival in Thailand. Should stay in it. Oh, this is the sandbox one. What the fuck is this? I didn't click on this one. Exemption from quarantine. Oh, so what it does is it's, Jesus Christ. See, this is wrong. You click on the first one that says no quarantine, and it says you're going to need to test when you arrive, and you're going to need to stay in the sandbox program for 7 days. You shall undergo a second test the 6th, 7th day. So this is not even correct. Their own website is incorrect. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if that works. Yeah, this is Thailand Pass registration system for air travel only, non-ties. Now let's see if maybe they got it backwards. Maybe that happened. Who knows? I'm looking at this here. Alternative quarantine sandbox program. No, I clicked on the right button. Let's see here. No, they're all the same. Oh my God. So they don't even have the page is not even right. So how are you going to do that? Okay, so it says you need to have the negative test after arrival, and you need to have it before. It doesn't say anything about leaving. However, this says the documents necessary are passport, Thai visa, if required, certification of vaccination, paid AQ, hotel reservation confirmation, with the duration of 1 day and including the fee for RT-PCR test, insurance for $50,000. When you click on it, there's a paragraph, and it says, I shall undertake the first test upon my arrival of Thailand, should stay in the sandbox program for 7 days. I shall undertake a second test during the 6th to 7th day as required or deemed necessary by the Ministry of Public Health. If I stay in the sandbox less than 7 days, I shall take the second test during the 6th, 7th day of my stay or as required by the Ministry of Public Health of Thailand. And then it says, I shall be quarantined for 1 day. So it's saying you need a second test when you get here, the test before you leave, the test when you get here, and then a test on the 6th or 7th day, which that's not correct. So they've already made a grave error on their website. And they don't even know yet. They don't even know. Roadblocks are what roadblocks? For what? Well, let them roadblock me. It doesn't matter. I'm coming from a blue zone, so it doesn't matter. I don't care. Although, why are they roadblocking people? What'd they do? They sent all the girls home that were working here early in the morning? We're back to the regular Starbucks. Now you see, I'm confused by their website. So if I'm confused, I'm going to assume that other people will be confused. Because that little caveat there, it says if I stay. Wait a minute, let me see something. No, it says, I shall undertake the first test upon my arrival in Thailand, and should I stay in the, okay. All right, so it is a little bit misleading here. Should I stay in the sandbox program for 7 days, I shall undertake a 7-day test during the 6th, 7th day as required or deemed necessary by the Ministry of Public Health. Okay, so basically they just put up the same page for every single one of their choices, which there's 3 choices. Not the brightest way to do it, though. Exemption from quarantine, sandbox program, or alternative quarantine. So they use the same phrasing, the same exact page. But I think there's going to be some people out here who just do exactly what I did. They go, what? I got to test the second time? On the 6th or 7th day? What? I thought I didn't have to do that. It's, I don't know, they just... Yes. I think they need to really... God, I don't understand it. Because don't they double check this stuff? And you see, this is the exact thing. F it, with this confusion in the world, I'll save my money for a longer trip or a trip later on, right? So, yo, Scott, I've just been hacked for $10,000 of crypto. These hackers are something else. Luckily, Binance is secured and locked down there. For example, we could go to Portugal earlier this year without 2JET because Portugal said it would accept unvaccinated travelers. I'm not going to argue with you. You don't have to test again before you travel out of Thailand. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You don't have to test every time you're traveling. Go look at the rules. And if you can show me, this is the last time I'm going to say it. Show me your facts. Show me where it says that. Give me a link. I mean, you know, just give me the name of the page. Yeah, I still have one of those wallets. I forget what it's called, though. God, I just got an email. Hi, I'm Juan from the Wild Agency, and I'm currently working on a big influencer campaign for Mantra DAO, a fast-growing decentralized finance platform. Delete. Oh, yeah. You know, you're so full of shit. Really, you're full of shit, dude. You are full of shit. I will not do your homework for you. No, but you come in here spouting off a bunch of bullshit, and then you can't back it up. Everybody here is telling you, no, you're wrong. And I'm looking at the fucking pages, various pages that say nothing about you having to leave. If your home, I understand that, I can say that. If your home country requires you to test before leaving the country you were in before, Thailand, then okay, I agree with that. But that's the only case. It's not, Thailand is not requiring you to do that. I gotta go back to my old way here. Really, I'm gonna start doing things my way again. Let me see here. Do you have to get insurance recommended by the Thai government? Any insurance. The site took down your documents? Oh God. Let me see something here. Okay, let me see something here. Yeah, see, this has nothing to do with Thailand. It has nothing to do with Thailand. All right, that's the last we're going to talk about it, Timmy. I think you're mistaking the fact that you may need to be tested depending on the country you're traveling to. Okay? In that sense, okay, you might need to take a test before you leave, but Thailand is not mandating that. That's the point. It depends on the country where you are arriving. Did you click on that link on your phone, in your phone? That is how they go into your phone. I don't know what you're talking about. "10 minutes, they logged me out of the VPN, and when I tried re-entering the password, it told me the password was leaked online." There you go. Listen, these are you guys' issues. Figure them out, all right? They're not my issues. I have no problem departing the country if I want to depart. None. But I don't want to depart yet. I'm a little leery of what a pain in the ass it might be. Buggy as hell. Wow. Really simple. The UK no longer requires you to have a negative test to re-enter the country. Therefore, Thailand will not make me have one before I get on a plane back to the United States. Why would they? Exactly. I mean, that's the whole point. And just in case you want to know, I did look at Thai Airways. They have a map of the world, and depending on where you go, that will determine whether you need to have a test before they even allow you on the plane. So, you know. And who is this dipshit? About 12 hours, okay. Interesting. Anyway, I think it's time to just forget about this shit. Gennaro got hacked too? Yeah, okay. Pebble Dashing, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Gennaro got hacked, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. I understand, no problem here. He doesn't have a problem. Gennaro don't got no problem. Not to sound unsympathetic, but quite frankly, it is your problem. Triple that and you'll be right. Hey, one thing I can say is at least their site is still up. It may not be working, and you may be asking to have your information leaked out, but the site is still up, which says something. Oh, that's just like a TM6. Etihad Airways nearly didn't let me on a plane to Thailand the other year because they didn't think I had proof of onward travel, which was required by Thailand. Similar thing. Exactly. And I was in Japan once many years ago. Actually, it was when I photographed the Pride fighting. I was covering Pride fighting at Saitama Arena. And I got back to the airport in Japan and they said, we need to see proof of onward travel. I said, what proof of onward travel? I live in Thailand. Oh, no. I said, what do you mean no? God damn it. I was like, and of course it's, I was a little pressed for time, but fortunately I usually go with enough time so that if there is a little problem, I'm not going to be stuck. And they had to go and talk to their supervisors and look at my passport, and because they didn't know what an M visa was. And I was like, how, just do a quick search. Look. This is where I live. And then they finally went, oh, okay, sir, no problem. And actually they said, you know what, we'll expedite this. And I said, no, tell me what. We need to see a credit card. I said, okay, here's a credit card. Okay, boom, that was the end of it. What if you're traveling with Thailand but don't know how long you're staying? Do you need proof of onward travel? Technically, yes. In theory, at least before the COVID, no. You wouldn't need it. But now it's a little bit different. But usually what you can do is reserve a flight or something like that. Get the travel agent to print out the paperwork, and then you don't pay for the ticket. All right, listen, we're at 100 minutes now. Do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. Thumbs up for all this information, whether it be true or untrue, or guessing or not. It's conversation and it's food for thought. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't be scared to contribute, because I don't want to be sitting here at Starbucks or at my house talking about things. I got to do these trips. I got to go places, see things. I got to provide a little excitement because, quite frankly, there are other things to do besides bicker about whether or not you need a test to leave. Like I said, tomorrow we are going to Pattaya. We are going to Pattaya tomorrow. It'll be nice to see some people and hang out and stuff at least. And I'll probably stream there at least once, maybe twice. I have a couple of videos. I don't know. We'll see. But check down the description, see all the ways you can help support the channel. You can just go to Amazon if you need, if you're going to buy a book. If you're going to do something, go down below, go into Amazon, click on the Amazon, my Amazon shop or whatever, and whether you buy something from my shop or not, I get a few cents. It helps. Get one of my shirts, get a book, use the cryptocurrency, because I can guarantee you my account's not going to get hacked, because nobody wants to hack the amount of money that I have. Maybe a test to join the chat. Yes, you need to get tested before you come into the chat. Have you been vaccinated? No test necessary, no vaccination necessary to come into this chat. Get one of my shirts. I don't have a American in Bangkok shirt on today. I got my this is Alaska. Yeah, another Alaska shirt. Seeing that I've been there a few times, and I probably, well, who knows? I may go back, but I probably will never go back there again. But you never know. Yada, yada, yada. And I do have the buy me a coffee link You could put buy me a beer, you could put buy me a tequila, whatever you want, but there's a link down below for that. And I do like that. I like their method. It's pretty cool. I will put another 5 names up for the whatever the vessel may be, whether it's tiny little kayak / canoe, whether it's inflatable raft, whatever it may be. I'll find out towards the end of this month. Now it's November. About 3 weeks or so. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go now. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know. Chowderhead, being a chowderhead is not a good thing. Oh, this Timmy Dog. You're the same guy who said that when where is it here? It says this is his comment. Before, when I told you that hotels in Pattaya said when they open up no more female guests, even if you booked for 2, you laughed and said, "She's my wife." Then he said, "This is no laughing matter. End of bar fines or freelancers." Well, we know how that's worked out, because even now, people are allowed to go in. Women are allowed to go in. It's just ridiculous. Show marriage for. I said, go ahead, show your marriage certificate. Two hotels I contacted said even after Thailand opens, you will no longer be allowed to bring back female guests, even if you booked for 2. Bar fines over. That's horse shit. Sorry. Another bunch of horse shit. Andy, see you later. See you later, alligator. Test, vaccines, passenger locator form, Timmy Dogs. Serenity now. Oh God, I think Timmy Dogs just wanted to liven up the chat. I think I do have one as well. I'm pretty sure. Although the knucklehead who I went in to see before said it's just inflammation of my nose, and I was like, and so I'm waiting before I have a time period for my insurance that I can be taken care of for this. But one of the other things is that I don't want to go in now and be denied. If I go in and say, "Oh, I got this problem," and you know, I got my nose broken when I was 19. I think I was 19. And you know, I did a little of this and that. I put some things in my nose that shouldn't have gone up there when I was younger. So, you know, how many times did you get punched in the nose? Pfft, how do I know? Too many. If I had to do it all over again, with a choice of get punched in the nose many times or not get punched, I would have preferred to not have been punched. You know, really. But it has been a while, I'll say that. It's been 7, 8 years since I took a good crack. Let's see here. Very peaceful. Peaceful here. So I'm gonna assume there you go. Trauma coupled with Peruvian marching powder. You know, when I was younger, you know, I didn't get hit all that much because I was a bit lighter and a bit faster. As I got older, I got hit more. But I didn't get hit how can I say this? Even though I was younger and faster, I was more active because I was in the boxing gym or some kind of a martial arts gym or kickboxing gym or whatever, much more often. And when I got older, I wasn't in as often, so I didn't get hit as much, even though I wasn't as fleet of foot, I'll say. It's what happens when you get older. You get slower. Anyway, let me take a look at this. Let me see something here. Oh, this douchebag. Let's see here. Anything pop up recently? Renewed crackdown on illegal migrants. 55 deaths. You got 55 deaths now. And the whole country is still, you know, in a quagmire. Oh, the healing is what I notice. Reactions too, because I know I'm nowhere near as fast as I used to be. It's just, you know, it's life, you know. The healing thing is something that I've noticed not only with myself but a lot of my friends. Jono in particular, he's told me, and he's 67. He wrenched his knee a couple of times, and the thing just, it takes forever to heal. My other buddy who hurt his leg, same with him. The thing's never healed. It's to be expected. So anyway. Oh, so this lady is complaining because how come we can't go out into the mall from Starbucks? How come we have to go in through the front? And how come the mall's not open but Starbucks is open? She's like adamant about how stupid it is. Nobody likes that. And they don't turn the air conditioning on until like 9 o'clock here. So people sit in the Starbucks and it's hot, because they don't have the air on. They can't just turn the air on in Starbucks. The whole mall turns their air conditioning on. So let's see. It's done. We've done it to death. Done to death. Oh, there's a girl out there in her traditional Thai garb out here. Don't know if you can see her. I wonder why. Usually that means there's some kind of a show, or she's going to be some, presenter or host or something for something that's going on. You can't see her anymore, but there she goes. Well, anyway, plenty to do here. Even if the bars aren't open. I am a little surprised actually, because I don't know how do you explain not opening bars but opening up events like concerts, fights, things like that. How do you justify it? What is the medical reasoning behind this? These are a few of the things I think about. I wonder, why is it like that? Makes no sense to me. All right, let me try something here. Travel from Australia. First port, Bangkok. Day, let's say it's going to be tomorrow. Well, no, 7 days. So let's say the 10th. Length of stay, 14 days. Visiting tour group? No. First time visit? No. Register? Oh my God. Okay, let me show you this. You see this here? Application error. A client-side exception has occurred. See the browser console for more information. I don't get the whole thing in Australia. I don't get that at all. I don't get how they're treating the people in some of those areas. I don't get it at all, but, that doesn't matter. All that matters is that the people in authority know why they're doing everything. They don't have to explain anything. But here you go again. Now I'm on Google Chrome. I'm going to try something, because if you know anything about Thailand, you know that sometimes Google Chrome and Firefox does not work with. So I am going to have Internet Explorer. I'm not sure. I have Safari. I don't have Internet Explorer anymore. What do I do? Take it off? Oh, I have Firefox. Oh, I must have taken it off again. Well, let's see if it works on Firefox. Hello, Monash. What was this? Having a brekkie. Vita Brits and milk. Start work in a couple hours. Completed a worksheet for the ingrates. Microsoft Edge it's called now, isn't it? You got me. Is it? Oh, Jesus. So now you can't even... Let's see here. Refresh Firefox. What's the other one that I have? Safari. Oh, well, Safari's right here. Let's just use Firefox, because I'm telling you, it's an application error on the Google Chrome. I don't think I have Internet Explorer, but I tried to do a 90-day report a while ago. And it wouldn't let me do it through Google Chrome, but it would allow me to do it through Internet Explorer. Ugh. It's not even loading. Not even loading. Let's see if this one will load. Nope. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. So let's see if it'll work. Sometimes that's what's necessary, is to change browsers. Yes, sir, he is. He is going. First port, Suvarnabhumi. 10th, 14. No. Register. Okay, so it works on Firefox, but it doesn't work on my Google Chrome, and my Google Chrome is the latest Google Chrome. Let's see here. Confirm. Okay, so now you got to go in. You got to put in your all the other stuff here. So this is the page right here. It looks pretty straightforward. However, once again, I know that they have people working for them who have studied abroad and who speak English probably better than I do. So I don't understand why it is that they have these issues with various browsers, and also, like I said, in the page, it basically has every single option of the method for you to enter Thailand. All that's on one page. And the way that they worded it, some people are going to go, what? They're going to be unsure of what they need to do. And that alone is going to make them, no, I'm not going to do that. This is not what they said they're going to do. That was my initial reaction when I saw the page. Now, what happens when you click for Thailand Pass services? Very first thing you got to do is pay 2,750 baht. So it's about $90, $85, something like that. Anyway, enough of talk about all this shit. We get to Pattaya, maybe I'll take a walk down to some beach somewhere, no mask on, have a beer or two, or three. And try to have some fun. Keep Longhorns under control. Contrary to what you might think, he's a pretty stable dude. I don't know, is Microsoft, it's not Explorer anymore, it's Microsoft Edge. Just like Facebook is no longer Facebook, it's called Meta. Even though there's still a Facebook. I'm going to give you guys one little, fairly empty now. After the madness in the morning, it is fairly empty. Got a handful of people here. You got to go around. Yeah, I'm anxious to see that because, obviously I've been there a few months ago, and Phuket was really dead. I kind of would have liked to gone now or in January with my wife because she was going to go. She still might go, so I might go with her. I don't know. We may go down there. I don't know. It's up to her. She's got to do some business there, so if it's only for a day or two, I'll go down there with her, but just to see what's going on and how it looks, because it's got to be much different than it was when I went and it was completely dead. It is Edge. I mean, who uses it nowadays anyway? Only one, because I switched browsers for something a while ago. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't use it. In fact, I still have used the Explorer. But like I said, in some cases, like this Thailand Pass thing, I don't know if it works on other people's Google Chrome, but it did not work on my Google Chrome, but it did work in Firefox. And then the same thing happened with a 90-day report. It wouldn't work. So kind of an oxymoron talking about normal in Pattaya. Yeah, I mean, you know. I've said this before, but like I feel very comfortable here, and I even feel comfortable in Pattaya. There's some things there I don't particularly like, but because it's very quiet now, it's a bit different than, you know, I can walk down the street and there's, well, I don't think I'm going to hear "Oh handsome man" anymore, but I don't know, maybe. But you know, I can go down Walking Street. The place is basically shut down. Before it'd be like you couldn't walk through without getting dragged into somewhere. So, anyway, not a whole lot to talk about. I probably will not be streaming tomorrow. Maybe early Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Who knows? But probably not tomorrow. So, that's all I have. A rather slow stream today. I tend to get sick in Pattaya, gastro or something. Really? Get yourself a hotel with a good toilet, with a good bum gun. That is of the utmost importance. Soy 6/1. You know, the last time it's like you walk by a massage parlor, like a straight up traditional massage parlor, and they're calling you in, and it's, you know, it's this and that, and you say, maybe I'll get a foot massage there. Who knows? We'll see. Might be fun. I gotta, you know, keep an open mind. I'm going there because it might be fun. So I went down there for a few days to see vloggers and did not leave the room. Went to the hospital. Really? Well, that sucks. I'm going there because Longhorns wants to go there. It is another thing to get out of here. It's probably the last trip that Longhorns and I will take around or outside of the city, or to the edge of the city or whatever. But then we got the big trip. If I can make it that long, I got to do about 4 or 5 little trips in the interim, and that'll be fun. And the first one will be in Chiang Mai. It's not going to be in Chantaburi. Maybe the second or third one will be in Chantaburi. I don't know, but yeah, I went and saw Kev in Thailand there twice. One time he picked me up from the bus station. I took the bus, and he picked me up from the bus station, which was very nice. And we had lunch with him and my friend Steve and Rob. We all had lunch together. It was nice. You know. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He was a good dude. I have fond memories of him, and also, and you know, I didn't know him real well, but he brought me some Tetley tea bags, some Tetley tea, because I was talking about PG tips, and he says, if you want some proper tea, this is what you drink. And he brought me a box. So it was very nice. Nice of him, you know. It's too bad I didn't get to spend more time with him. I would have liked to, but I did talk to him a few times, and, you know. Tetley tea, yeah. You know, my friend turned me on to PG tips, my friend in the UK, and then Kev turned me on to Tetley. Yeah, he's a good guy, man, you know. It's good to see his stuff is still up, though, because, you know, people want to see him, you know, and they can. His channel is still up. So, one day that might be me, you know, or it might be somebody else in Thailand or somebody else, and, you know, it happens, you know, but it was sad because cancer is not a pleasant way to exit this life. And it was a bit strange to see him, you know, one time, and he looked exactly like I saw him in his videos, and then the next time I saw him, he didn't, you know. It's another pop-up Starbucks. I don't know. Yeah, you know, one way or another. That's one thing you can't cheat, you know. You can only cheat it for so long, or escape it, however you want to put it, you know. Anyway, life is good. Enjoy it while you can. And as they say here in Thailand, ya kit ma, don't think too much. You think too much, don't think too much. Try not to think too much. Try to chill out, relax, you know. Tetley Bold. I never heard of Tetley Bold. I might still have a few bags left in my cupboard from them, you know. The box is gone, but the you know. Yep, they love to stop us thinking too much. Well, sometimes I think it's good not to think too much, because I know I do sometimes. I think way too much. I analyze stuff way too much. But then what happens with me is I analyze and I analyze and I analyze, and then I just go, WTF. Actually, that's not what I say, but no, it's Ya Kit Mat. Ya Kit Mat. Don't think too much. Kit Mat means I'm thinking too much. Go to Chinatown. I'm sure they'll beg to differ. Listen, I'm not a huge tea aficionado, but yeah, I mean, mine doesn't usually say that to me now. She never really did. But you know, you learn it as you get older. You learn. You're like, is it really worth worrying about? You know, and generally the answer is no. So, and you know, this is the thing. Like, I figure just because you're a certain age doesn't mean you can't stop doing things that you want to do. For example, if I really wanted to go into the boxing gym, I would go into the boxing gym. I just wouldn't be able to try to hit as hard as I could, or I wouldn't be able to go 10 rounds, or I wouldn't be able to you know, jump rope for very long, or with my hip, I wouldn't be able to do it. So you just have to change things up. You don't have to. There's no, you know. It's. I think it's, for me. It's me who sets my own expectations, and then I expect myself to do them. But I know there's always the chance you won't be able to do them. So, yeah. I don't know what my point is. I'm sorry, but as a Brit, I have to pull rank. No country understands tea or does it properly. I mean, no milk. Utterly ridiculous. Well, my friends taught me to drink it with milk, but my other friend who grew up in the UK and lives in California and may be moving back to the UK or to Portugal, he likes it with milk and honey, which I like it with milk and honey. It's great. You make that water as hot as you can get it, you know. Thank you, Mr. Minaj. Appreciate that. I do kind of like it. I don't usually wear it, but, you know, I have my favorites. And You know, I have my favorite shirts, and most of the time I wear them. Then there's a whole stack of shirts sitting there, and I'm like, man, I haven't wore that shirt in like 6 months. So, anyway, I think we're done here. This place is opening up in about 25 minutes. I got nothing to do here. I got I got to get ready for tomorrow. Put some things up on the website and on the Patreon and on the community tab. I got to think of the other names. If anybody has any other names for the vessel, leave a comment. Leave them right now. Whatever. That's absolutely acceptable. Milk and honey. Honey, no milk, though? I wouldn't have honey and no milk. The milk and honey go together. They just like those little. They used to have these like candy bars. They weren't. They were like a hard. They were like a brittle with milk and honey. I don't remember the name of them, but they were very good. My wife likes the green tea. I don't like the green tea. I don't particularly like green tea. You know. And certainly not the matcha and all that kind of stuff, you know. Well, fortunately, you're not drinking my tea. I like it. Once in a while, I have it. It tastes quite a bit better than an espresso. Narrow it down to a Thai name or an English name for the vessel. It will help. Well, Stephen, it would be nice to make it a Thai name because I could write it in phonetic Thai, or phonetic English, phonetic Thai rather, sorry, and I could write it in Thai script. Green tea with honey, ugh, no. I want the green tea they serve in Chinese restaurants, traditional Chinese restaurants. I want that green tea, none of this matcha shit, and I want it just plain. If I'm having something like Tetley's or PG Tips, I want it with milk and honey. And if I don't have the honey or I don't have the milk, I don't want to drink it then. There you go, right there. Milk and honey. That's the name of the new boat. It might be so small you might not even. It might be like an inner tube. Where's the one that I like? Is this the one? $600, which is not really that much for a quality piece of equipment. What happened? Here we go. This is the one. Exactly. That's the one right there. Alpaca raft. That's the single man. That's the single vessel. Where's the other one? Again, I'm going to talk to these people who I've been communicating with and find out what they think, because what I did just learn is there are some places on certain rivers where it's just completely impassable. You are not going to get there no matter what. So I have to find that out. Let me see if I can find this thing. Where's the picture of it? This doesn't, no, you can't have anything foul language. Chue doi, up to me, so many. Well, I did have up to me on there, and I liked it. All right, what is this right here? Let's see this one before. It's only, this is the one right here. I showed you guys this already. There you go. What is it? Well, did you look at it? If you looked at it, you know what it is. That is me. Where did I come from? Happy Land. Happy Land. What am I doing? I live here for 27 years. Yes. Take care of my sons. Our family. Before I'm a printer, and then I worked in boxing, and then photographer, many things. In US and also here. If I don't like Thailand, I don't stay for a long time like this. You know, it's, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Where do you come from? What จังหวัดอะไรมาจากจังหวัดกรุงเทพเหรอ You work in an airline? Really? Where? India? 80 times. Oh, you work with Air India. Oh, I see. Oh, where's your favorite place? You have a favorite? San Fran. Right? Vegas. And which place you like the best? Boston. Really? The food is good. You like clam chowder? Chicago, yeah. Chicago is very nice. They have good food in Chicago. Many good restaurants in Chicago. Oh, only one night. Oh. Not to India, no. I've been to Nepal, but not India. The food is superb. You go to Pahurat? You chop my. Yeah. Yeah, I like Indian food. I like the curry. My wife, she's from the south. She likes curry a lot, all the time. Wants to eat curry. Two boys. Yes. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, forever is a long time, you know. Anything can happen. Me, I'm 59. 76. Wow. You're retired now, or you stopped? You're 70, you retired. Oh. And you live around here? You live in Bangkok? Oh, so 80. Oh. Huh.
My son, he has to eat food product. Uncle bought German sausage.
German sausage. Oh, you like them?
Bestseller.
Really?
He made money nearly 1 million.
Wow.
Factory.
Good money, eh?
Supermarket all over Thailand.
Oh.
Get money.
I like the sausage. I like unchiang. It's very sweet, very good. I like it. Yeah. I like Thai food. But you know, I stay here all the time. It's same like you. Maybe I like Muay Thai. But I like Muay Sakon, you know.
Muay Thai back kick,
I know many fighters, Muay Thai and Muay Sakon. I know. I understand it's different, you know. But for me, you know, I grow up with boxing, you know, and I know old now. I know many fighter. I know, you know, Kaosai, Kaokor, Samad, Payakurun, Chachai Chionoi, Pon King Patch. I don't know him, but you know, yeah, he's. I see him maybe 2 times. You know, go to restaurant. Buakau, everything Buakau. And what's the other guy's name? Have one other one. No, start with an S. Wait. I'll tell you in a second. He's Sanchai. You know Sanchai? Yeah, Sanchai. What's his? I see him fight. I forget who he fight. I had it made, you know. I have many of them. Before I had many. Now I don't have too many left. I forget. Sanchai Sword King Star. I think that's his name before. I don't know about it now. An American in Bangkok, yes. Old American in Bangkok. I'm getting there. Soon I'll be up there with you. I'll be same, huh? Anyway, all right. What is this here? Yes, I know. It's very big day. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't open the pub, don't open the bar. I understand, but they open many places and many people can be close, but they don't open the pub. Maybe you do 50%. I think soon. I think another maybe 30 days, 60 days, they will open everything. I think it will get better. Just slowly, you know. Which airline do I prefer? Well, I like Thai Air. You know, but I used to fly once in a while. I would fly with them, and they're very good. But they're a little bit expensive, but they were good before a long time ago. Oh, they were very, very good. No, I don't know. I mean, I used to like KLM. They were good. Air France. They were good. What was the other one? It's Taipei, Cathay Pacific, Singapore. Yeah, Cathay Pacific is okay. Now I don't care really, you know, because I'm not going to many places anymore. Inside Thailand, Bangkok Air, before Nok Air. I don't really like Air Asia too much, but whatever, you know. High-speed train. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Yeah, this will help a lot, and also with all the SkyTrain. Yeah. How long to? No, but how long before they finish? Really? What about the SkyTrain here? Very soon. You think not more than 1 year? Somebody told me it's supposed to be finished this year, and I said, yeah, but not finished yet, you know. But a lot of delays. Yeah, but they have already now back here by the road over here that it start to turn in and start to come closer, so they're meeting. So it's almost finished. Beer? Not too much, no. No, really, not much. I don't go out to drink or anything like that. Yeah,
You see some guys,
not anymore. Nah. Now, I just stay at home most of the time, or at Pattaya. Go to another. I went to Hua Hin maybe 2 weeks ago. This is you? This is you when?
26.
26, right? He's very handsome then, huh? Wow, it's the style, huh? Have good style. It's 50 years ago. Wow. Cup of green tea, toast, and Vegemite. Oh, no Vegemite for me.
This is Ranong.
Renong.
Andamansi. Near the Louis, Myanmar border.
Oh. Yeah. Who's that, your wife?
Oh,
I'm joking. So you're very happy that the tourists are coming back? Sure he is. Well, you got all these beautiful women with you. What's going on here? He's got all these beautiful girls with him.
always.
Always, huh? Is that what Vegemite is for? I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, this is all the same one or different ones? They're all different.
He's only 6 months.
When was this?
6 years ago. 6, 7 years ago.
How old is she? She's young, huh? 25. There you go. He's got the right idea, eh? If you're gonna go out, you might as well go out happy. Somehow I don't think so. No, I'm gonna go home. And I just talked to my friends here, and then I go back home today. Tomorrow I go to Pattaya tomorrow with my friends. Yeah, we go. Huh? I don't know. I wait for my friend to tell me. He's looking. But we have some friends there and here, and we go there. No beer, no party. Cannot. Oh, I'm sure. You like beer, or you like green tea, or what? What do you? No green tea. Sometimes. See?
Prefer
Heineken. He likes the Heineken. I used to like Heineken.
Budweiser or what is it?
You like Budweiser?
7,
No.
7-Eleven.
No, I like
Here.
what's it? San Miguel.
Wow.
I like Sapporo Asahi. Oh, it's different beer.
If you buy in
Philippines.
Manila,
Ah.
but in Thailand, it's different from Manila.
Oh, really?
Different taste.
Oh.
Taste at all.
Huh. Interesting. He's looking for another This is your new wife?
28 years difference age.
28 years difference. Is that the secret to old age? Have a younger wife?
I stayed with her for 28 years.
Oh, 28 years, long time.
For 10 years.
10 years. Oh, well, it's a difference, big difference.
Thailand mostly on the southeast,
Uh-huh.
on north.
Uh,
I bought Ford Ranger. So
Ford Ranger. You like it?
perfect.
Uh,
Went to Mae Hong Son, to Pai,
uh,
to Chiang Mai.
where you like in Thailand the best? Where in Thailand you chop มากที่สุด? Trat.
See,
Yeah.
bungalow owner, 300 baht. Seafood.
Yeah. I like Trat. Yeah. It's very nice. You like cricket? Cricket, you know, they play in India the game. No, you don't like. Not popular now. Not anymore. It's slowing down. Oh. He's looking for pictures of all his girlfriends.
Now they know that I'm not the one marketing AIS.
Oh, really?
They know now.
They know.
They said I should shop here with a special discount.
You have M card? No M card. You don't put the app in your phone? Yeah, I think they know AIS know because they talk to the mall group. Yeah, they send to me also. I tell them to stop sending me. Yeah. Oh, I have for a long time. You know, every year. No, I don't want. If I need, I just pay somebody. You know, it's no problem. Where are we at for time here? Wow. 150 minutes. Again, another. I overdid it. Chucky's going to be mad at me again. He's going to be like, what are you doing? Nobody actually likes Vegemite. That's why they don't eat it by itself. Might as well run your hand down the middle of your ass sandwich after a long spit. Oh. Longhorns comes in. He wakes up early so that he can come in and make a comment. And of course, he's going to talk about somebody's arse. Anyway, we got 5 minutes left. That's it. All right? Because it's 5 minutes to 11. He's still searching for the pictures of his hot chick. Got lots of pictures of him. So your English is very good. Your English is good. You have to learn if you're traveling everywhere, you know?
Control the cattle operation.
Oh.
Whenever we can get there, I control UK, Amsterdam,
Uh-huh.
in South Korea,
Incheon.
South Myanmar,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kong, Dubai,
Dubai.
sensation for me. On setting,
But you teach yourself? You study in school before, or? Yeah.
I work in Canada for 47 years in the language.
Ah. Yeah, that's quite long. Longhorns, you like the title of this? No booze for me? Question mark, exclamation point. How can we get booze in Pattaya? I don't know. Not that it's all that necessary to me, but it is nice to have a cold one on a hot day. Oh, yeah.
sausage.
Oh,
His product.
Uncle Boss.
His product. Make a lot of money now.
He sells it here in like the supermarket,
Yeah.
in the grocery.
Came with the Villa Market.
Oh, Willa Market. Okay.
33 branches. In Chiang
Yeah,
Mai,
yeah.
working on top.
Yeah, I go to Villa Market sometimes.
Very good product. Foodland also good and Foodland.
Yeah, Foodland. I go down the street. What is it? 295.
I like fish and chip.
Fish and chips.
It's good. English
I remember you were going to walk from Bangkok to Pattaya. The problem with that is, and it is a big problem, is it's not as close as you might think. Because in order to walk where you're not on the road, it is much farther than just, what the hell is it, 160 miles or something like that. Not even that, 90 miles, 100 miles, something like that.
What is your favorite?
Huh?
Thai food. What is your favorite?
What is my favorite Thai food? Ooh, that's a very hard question.
Hot man.
I like khao kluk kapi. Khao kluk kapi. I like pad siu, pad ki mao. Yeah, I like pad ki mao. I like many, you know. Khao pad kai dao. Khao pad kai kai dao. Thailand is back, people. Border is open. Streets are packed. The streets where? Where are you talking about? The streets are packed. Because the traffic has been back to normal for a month, at least.
It's a wood
Oh.
supermarket.
Oh. Oh, I see. I'll have to look for it. I have to look and get some.
Order the product from Swiss. Seafood from Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
Machine from Germany.
Oh. So he's got good machinery and it puts everything. Yeah, I gotta try it. I have to try it for sure. Yeah. Sooner the better. Good to see the Thais doing well again. Yes. But what I want to know is where do you see the streets are packed? Because yeah, he got the best. He got really good machinery, and he's probably uses high quality meat. It's good. The traffic here has been heavy for a good solid month, and I was surprised. Well, more than a month, before October 1st. Anyway. Oh, the 5 minutes is up. We got all kinds of people here. Sent you a message where we're staying, not debatable, going back to sleep. We're staying here. Okay, well, listen, I don't care where I stay, to be completely honest.
CNN นะ แกงมัสมั่น Thailand นะ One of the number one.
Masaman. Yeah. I do like Masaman. Okay, this looks good. Let's see here. Looks like you don't have a say. Well, he's going on the trip whether he likes it or not either, so, you know. I will have my shit together, believe me. Just gonna take a little time. But by the end of this month, I'll take a trip or two. And actually, the thing is that it'd be good. I can stay up there for about 4 or 5 days in Chiang Mai, and I can take 2 trips down the river. One of them is a long one, and the other's a short. And they actually will make sure that I learn some of the basics, which is very good. You know, things like reading the river and that kind of thing. So it'll be good. I'm anxious to do it. All right. Looks good to me. It looks good to me, Longhorns. No concern. When it comes to places to stay, Longhorns, you know, he doesn't stay in some of the shitholes that I stay in. And I will say this: we stayed in a place in Battambang, Cambodia. I thought they wanted to save money, and because we were with another guy, and you know, the way it sounded was they wanted to travel on the cheap, and I knew I did, so I was like, all right. I got a place, and it was like they had mosquito nets in the room, and I don't think there was any air conditioning because there was an opening, like from the bathroom into the other room, and from room to room. You know, it was interesting. So. Okay.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too. What's your name?
Woradet.
Woradet.
Lek.
Lek. Very easy. Lek. Scott.
Scott.
Scott. Scotland. Scott whiskey. Scott tissue. Oh, hello. How are you? Thank you. Sabadi cup. Choke D. All right. There you go. So we got the Thai guy over here. We got the Japanese guy over there. We got all kinds of people here. He was a nice guy. I always enjoy talking to people like that because they have a little bit of a different perspective than people who are here every day, day in and day out, and they're not traveling anywhere. You know, they have a little bit different perspective on the world and life, and you know. And Gennaro, if you're still here, it looks like one other girl has come in. No big deal, but there are a lot of people here now. I will show you. You got people here. You got people here. Here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, so anyway, I think we're about done here. OMG, is Thailand really back to normal? I think you need to figure that out for yourself. It's not back to normal yet. When you can walk out on the street without having to wear a mask, that's another step in the right direction. Not up for debate. Well, okay then. Thank you very much, Mr. Monash. Thank you for keeping me from being shut out, which does not happen very often. But I appreciate that very much. Choke D to you. I think before you declare Thailand, oh my God, it's open, you really need to look into things because there are some things you need to do before coming here. And I don't give a shit when anybody says you do not need to take a test before you're leaving here on account of the Thai government. You need to do that because of another government, the government where you're traveling to, the country where you're traveling to, but not Thailand. And like I said, you are still required to wear a mask when you're outside. Bars and pubs are not open. So this place is not pre-COVID ready. body alert? I don't know. Is there? I mean, don't get your hopes up too high. Not yet, at least. I think, as I said earlier, I'm going to say it again. We're headed in the right direction. I don't know how much clearer I can be. They're headed in the right direction. There are fines. They're not usually imposed because most people, they just give them a warning and say, you know, you need to wear a mask. And then, sorry. You know, I mean, I've had it. I usually carry 2 masks with me. One that I'm going to wear, and one in case something happens and I absolutely have to wear a mask. A few weeks ago, I was in here and I broke one of the straps. I couldn't wear a mask. I just walked into the back of walked around the back into the pharmacy, bought a new mask, and then I was able to walk around in the mall. But if you don't wear a mask for some reason, you might get some looks inside the mall. If you're walking around outside, nobody's going to give you a hard time. And if, you know, I was walking down the street yesterday and I had taken my mask off because it was too damn hot. I was walking and I was sweating my ass off. I took my mask off and a cop drove right by me and I thought, oh no. He didn't care, you know. And if he did, he would have said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, you know, my mask was itching. I took it off and I had to breathe. Oh, okay, you know, and you just say, I'm sorry, I put it back on. It's no problem. But if you refuse, well, then they might fine you. And the fine can be up to 20,000 baht, which is about $650. Is there such a thing as back to normal? No. Warning, then slap, then beating. That's what happens you don't even get that in Australia, do you? They just tell you, I saw you with your mask off, put your hands behind your back. See, 5 minutes turns into 15. This is how it works. You just start talking and then, you know, I gotta just make this a 4-hour show. People don't want to watch, they don't have to watch. Yeah, it's in reverse in Australia. They beat the hell out of you, and then they tell you you're gonna get a slap, and then they slap you, and then you're gonna get a fine, and then they fine you. As far as I know, Joe Ferrari is in jail. The last I saw, he and his cohorts were in jail. This guy's got all kinds of stickers on the back of his laptop. I figure once I get rid of this laptop, you know, I'm not going to be selling it to anybody. So I might as well put as many stickers as I want on. Medical marijuana is legal there. Do you ever see people? Medical marijuana. First of all, while I've heard about a few foreigners having the right to smoke medical marijuana here, it is not out in the public. People are not smoking it everywhere. It's not that prevalent. You're way ahead of you're way ahead of yourself. What is BCX? I have no idea what BCX means. I can't keep up with all these little acronyms and the way people write now. It's like, what happened to regular English? Medical purpose, yeah, for medical purposes. You know, I don't see anything wrong with marijuana, but I do think there needs to be some guidelines. I don't think some people, they may take some edibles and then jump in a car and they don't know just how messed up they are. They don't know how high they are. Now, that's not necessarily going to make them crash, but maybe it will. I think only the oil land edibles are given out, not flowers, so there's no smoking. Well, yeah, I mean, this is the other thing. There's marijuana leaves everywhere now. You look everywhere. They're everywhere. You find it in tea, you find it in cake, you find it in all kinds of stuff. But it isn't going to get you high, so don't get too excited. You know, if you're looking to get stoned and come to Thailand, it's not the place to get pulled up on drugs. All you got to do is think, do I really want to go to jail here? You don't want to go to a jail here. Believe me. I've been in several prisons here. And fortunately, I didn't have to go in and stay in. I went in and it was able to go right back out once the events were over. And you don't want to go. I still have some photos of one place. It was the women's prison, and it showed how many people were sleeping in the room. And I think it was how many people due to be released or something like that, but there were a lot. I don't remember how many, but I was like, holy shit. And you know, it's like one toilet. You got like 80 or 100 people all sleeping next to each other on the floor on a little mat and one toilet. And that's not how you want to live. And the one girl who I covered she became a champion in boxing, who I did not believe in the beginning. I didn't believe it. And I said so. And she made me a believer. But one of the reasons that she got into boxing was because you get treated better by the prison guards. You get better food. You get a little bit better treatment. You know, so that's why she got into it. That's one of the reasons she got into it. Hey, I don't want to eat this crap that they're serving. And then if you want to eat better, they will let you, but people have to be putting money on your books so that you can afford to buy things or bring food into you if you're allowed to have food brought to you. I remember I went into the men's prison and I was in there and this guy started talking to me and I thought he was telling me all about the prison and everything, and I thought, oh, this guy, you know, I go, you know, where are you from or whatever, and I think he was from the UK, and he said to me, what did he say? He said, oh, I said, how are you here? What are you doing here? Oh, he goes, I'm a trustee. I said, what? He goes, I'm a trustee. I said, you're here, you're in. He goes, yeah, I'm in. And I was like, everybody's just walking around. It looks like, you know, you can just walk wherever you want. He goes, you can walk wherever you want until you get to a certain point, and then you can't walk. Then you're not supposed to be there. But he told me all kinds of things. I was like, how in the hell? And the guy he'd done something like he murdered his girlfriend or something. I was like, oh shit, you know. I was like, okay. But he told me about how it was to be there. And he was a trustee, he got a little bit better treatment, but not a whole lot. You don't want to go to jail here, man. You don't want to be in prison. You don't want to have to worry about you don't want to have to worry about how you're going to survive in there. Go watch a Locked Up Abroad or two. I already said why. I went there to cover boxing. I went there to do a piece on the female prisoners who were trying to fight their way out of the prison. There was one girl, her name is Samson. What the hell was her original name? Yeah, they changed their last names all the time. Samson, Jesus Christ, what the hell was her name? She changed her name. Let me see here. And then the other one was, I can't even remember, man. There was two of them who fought for the world title. Okay, Siripon Tawisuk. Okay, her name, let's see. Oh, she's 38 now. It doesn't say her let's see here. See, what happened is now, in the past, the records used to show the names of the fighters with their given name as in their fight name. So it would be like Saman Sorjatarong or whatever it was, or Saman 3K Battery or whatever it might be. I don't think it necessarily is a lifer. Samson Sorsirapon. That's what it was. Whose photo is that? Is that my photo? Looks like my photo. I covered her. Oh, no, that one's not. That's the Agency France. He must have been standing around the same place I was because we have the same angle on that shot. Anyway, I forget the other girl's name, but the other girl fought Nong, whatever it was. God, I can't even remember. But this is 2007, so 14 years ago. She was a light flyweight boxing champion in female boxing champion. And she ended up having a pretty good career. They don't even have a record here, though. I don't understand that. Samson Siripon. And the last time that I saw her, I went to Cambodia, basically, because she was honored. She had a fight in Cambodia. She won, and then she got invited to the Thai ambassador's residence in Cambodia, and so I got to go. It was pretty nice. She fought some good fighters, though. And she lost her last fight in 2018, but she fought all over the world. She fought in, many places. Germany, Japan, Mexico, and I'm not really even looking, but so she fought in all those places. But the first few fights were fought at the Central Correctional Institute in Pattaya. Nanako Kikuchi. I was there at that fight. That was 2006. What happened to her? She lost. She fought for the title again. She lost. She had a good little career. Anyway. Time goes so quickly. Yes, it does. Yeah, well, at first I was like, eh. And then I was like, all right. You know, she's coming along. And then I was like, hey, she's winning. She's doing all right. And then the last I saw her was probably right after her last fight, or maybe a little bit before. But I saw her right down the street from here. You know, what was it? Like almost by Soy 101. And so it would have been about 15 blocks from here. You know, it's 10, 15 minutes away. And I was with my boys. And we saw her, and she recognized me, and I said, hey. And so then I go, hey, you know who this is? She's world champion. And my kids were young, and so younger, and so she took photos with them. It was very nice. So I have fond memories of her because she was a very positive story, and very quiet. And she was one of those deals where she had no money. She didn't think she was gonna have a life. She just started using some of the yaba, and then she thought, hey, I need to make some money. She got caught, boom, right in jail. And they let her out because she won the world title. It is viewed positively upon Thailand that she has turned her life around, so they let her out. And she got some grief for it. I've been in jail for a very long time. I hope this will see me released early. Well, she did get out. She was serving a 10-year sentence for selling small amounts of drugs. She dominated the fight, taking the World Boxing Council title 97, 93, 98, 92, and 100 to 91. A Thai corrections official said the parole process would start immediately. And she did get out, and that was a positive, like I said, a positive story. Anyway. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad stuff, man. Some of the, it's just like with meth. It makes some people kind of, they do enough of it. It makes them lose their mind a little bit. They get delusional. They think they're seeing shit, and it's just not. You don't want to mess with that stuff. So anyway, the point is to all this long diatribe is that you don't want to mess around with the drugs. Terrible stuff. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, listen. Thank you very much. I've been saying goodbye for the last hour and a half. It's time to get out of here. I got things to do, people to see, places to go, important stuff to do, believe it or not. So thank you very much. Leave a thumbs up. You know the whole rigmarole. Thumbs up, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. And I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the near future. Thank you, Mr. Minaj. Off to work. Well, you have a job. That's a good thing. So, there you go. Another day. Another stream in the bag. So, I'll see you guys later, all right? Choke D, Jerk and Mai, all that good stuff. Good luck. See you later. And for now, I'm in Bangkok. Tomorrow, I'll be in Pattaya. All right? Talk to you guys later.